Hello! Welcome to another exciting installment of Riven Remastered. Now with Note Cam. I don't know how well you can pick it up, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So last we left off, I was in school. At least I assume it's a school. They're what I have to assume is an alphabet. Let's see, how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 36 letters. We found this tablet over here, which now thinking about it, and it looks like somebody's graded paper, right? There's like red ink, there's notes on it, and then there's this, which got me thinking, are those symbols we wrote down over here and over here, is that some sort of number cipher? Because that would make sense if this was a score. So I'm still not sure what the symbols mean. Like, this is obviously a composite of the little half circle, the K symbol, this square within a square thing. Um, Still no solutions, just more evidence. And then this guy over here seems to be translating those, we'll call them numeral symbols, for lack of a better term, into what I assume to be the nail spinner symbols that we've been finding on those statues in the jungle. So I wrote all that down. I've not yet examined this, but it looks like there's more numeral symbols here. Play around here. I remember this thing eating these guys. So that's the number, right? The number of times he falls. Okay. um, okay. I'm gonna get a pencil. Bear with me here. Is anybody else's house like this? You have a million pencils and none of them are sharpened? Look, look at this. These are only a few of the unsharpened pencils in my house. Wow. Alright, stepping away from the computer for a sec. Alright. I will fill these in with ink later if they prove to be correct, but for now... Alright, paying attention. 1. 1. Okay. 1. Okay, so this is gonna randomly go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so the arrow is 8. 1, 2, 3. K is 3. What a bizarre way to teach your kids numbers. Guess this is all bizarre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, circle in a line. 7. We already have that one. Okay, good. That was 8. So they're definitely consistent. 2, 3. So that's 4, but he got eaten. So I don't know that that counts. So I'm not writing that down. 2, 3, 4. That's 4. It's weird to me how the symbol I wrote down. Well, let's see. Did I take a picture? I didn't. The symbol I wrote down was a perfect square, but this is a rectangle? So that gets a question mark. Okay, the arrow is 8. We knew that. Know this one. 7. Yep, that's correct. Suspense is killing me. Who's gonna get eaten first? Okay, that's 5. Horizontal line. It's 5. 1. 2. What else do we have? We have plus, we have 2 rectangles, and we have half circle on the bottom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus is 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So that would make this last one, I mean, we'll go through to make sure, but it'll make it either a 0 or a 10, depending on which end of the line they put it. Two. Just double checking our work as we go along. 3. Yep, that's right. 5. So I guess we can deduce from this gruesome contraption that they're like sacrificing people to these monsters that we keep seeing everywhere. Should pay attention. I should be able to see this symbol momentarily as it's spinning around just to make sure that it's part of the machine. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the half circle on the bottom, so we just need to wait until we get this one. So, how was your day? We might be here for a while. I just need to know if it's 0 or 10. Because that might make a difference. I remember as a kid seeing this puzzle. I was playing with my dad or something, seeing this puzzle and just having no idea what was going on. Just walk away. Makes a lot more sense when I have a developed brain. Need to make some sort of auto clicker for this. Oops. Shit. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop! So, these symbols would also imply that you can't rotate them. Right, because I've been seeing some symbols with like a K coming up from the bottom, but that's got to be something else. Because if you were to rotate them, then this 1 would be the same as this 5, which wouldn't make sense. Okay, I can see the symbol is part of this machine. There's just a 10% chance to hit it, and I've gotten very unlucky. Got a spam guy here. Alright. Oh, look at this. It's a little ink set with red ink, and then this little marker that makes those little wedge-shaped. Huh. I don't think that tells us anything, but just an interesting bit of environmental storytelling. Let go, please. Oops. Yeah, so this is definitely 4. I must have just drawn that symbol wrong. Same thing with the, with this, these lines are supposed to go all the way. Yeah, that's close enough. I won't get it confused with any other symbol. I would assume this thing is a 0. Just based on digits. But nobody's really watching right now anyway, right? So, I'm not boring anybody else but myself. Six. 3. I'm learning these symbols. 6. 1. 3. Getting a lot of 3s. 9. Oh, you know what? There's a little bit of math going on here. So 9, technically 9's, this line goes across here. 9's symbol is made up of 5, which is a line across, and 4, which is the standing up rectangle. So you add both of those together, you get 9. 7 is 5 plus 2. So how many single symbols do we have? Not counting the one we don't have yet, so that's 1. We have 5. We have 3, 4, and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all single symbols. And then the others are combinations. So the fact that this is just 1 is even more evidence that it counts as 0 and not 10, because 10 would probably be a combination of 2 other numbers, or 3 other numbers. Let's see here. What would make this school symbol? So vertical line is 1, We're assuming this is, what, a 4? That's a 2, and that's a 3. I still don't really know how you combine them. Okay, we're learning. That's the important part of this game, right? Just slowly piecing things together. Even though it doesn't make sense now, it will later. Like when I have a math problem involving these symbols or something. I will be right back, though. Alright. It'd be nice if this thing, like some sort of a mercy timer where it'll just give it to me after a little while. So this symbol here in the linking book, the first half of this is 9. And then 8? Does that make sense? But then why the line down the middle? Does that count as 1, or is that just separating 2 digits? We can go over here and translate these. So this is 8. This is 8. This is 1. This is 0 or 10. See, this makes me think it's 10 because there's a lot of shit happening with those nail spinner symbols. This is 5. This is 3. This is 6. Is there any pattern there? really want this last symbol. I feel like that's going to be important. If you haven't yet, feel free to skip all of this if you're watching on VOD. Let him go. How would you differentiate between a 1 and a separation of numerals? I swear I can see that symbol pop up as it's spinning around. I do not know why it's not coming up. Title of this episode is becoming more and more apt by the minute. The numbers associated with these spinner symbols must be in order, because trying to convert these to numbers doesn't really make sense. And if that last symbol was a 0, that wouldn't really make sense with an order. Sorry, I'm very congested today. How long have we been at this? Alright, I think we're done. I'll go insane if I keep bashing my head against the wall. What else? I don't think we need to translate an entire language. I feel like that's a little beyond the scope of this game. Alright, we've got a cage-looking thing with a knob. Oh shit.
Terekoi Danni, Kibayem Revat, Alroyem Betig Tavom, Gabodonagayem. Ram.
Okay, so that's gotta be... It's gotta be Gen speaking in a foreign language. The native language. There are number symbols here. Okay, okay, look at this. So these are in order. Going down the column. 1, 2, 3. Illegible. Illegible. 6, 7, 8. Probably 9. 10. Alright. So I'm gonna do 10 question mark here. But still realizing that it could be 0. I think that these fruit things, is that what was in the tree? Right, nothing lights up here. Can't forget to use that thing. Alright, we're done with the school. I do vaguely remember there's a submarine section in this game, so that's probably what that is. Can't access this. That's a bridge. There's white stuff up there, which we need to get to still. There's this oven, which doesn't seem to be interactable. So we're heading out. Okay, I wanted to come back to this tree. These are white objects, but they don't seem to be in any specific pattern. And it's not lighting up the scope like the other patterns did. So I don't know if it's relevant or not. I'm gonna go with not relevant. Maybe just evidence that they make that paint from those flowers. I mean, it kind of looks like a horse or something. I'll take a picture. I'll remember it's there. And we need to go back to the bottom level of the village. Not sure I remember how to get there. We're also looking for that lost piece of the other nail spinner. I don't even remember where the spinner itself was. Like a lookout tower up there. That goes further into the jungle. Window here which shows nothing. Good. So this is the rest of the village, and this is probably what we're going to be spending most of today on. There's a lot of stuff here. Or maybe not. How do I get to the rest of the village? So the symbol of Riven is the 5 numeral. I see something about Riven being the 5th age. Makes sense. Still can't tell what that white symbol would be. Need to get in there. This is a one-way bridge. You can see the mechanism to open it on the other side. Any other way? What's this? Did I not go down here? Well, let's wander around, see if I missed anything else. Oh, shit. There's a puzzle? That looks like it could be a doorway. Oh, they're going out. Okay, let's remember that. How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. There's this bridge, which we don't know how to get up to. That probably leads down to the top layer of the spinner. been here before. Creepy monster. More pathways that leads to this tree. You hate finding something new and then realizing that you can't interact with that either. It's just more questions and not answers. It's like I'm rewatching Lost, for Christ's sake. Alright, well, something else we will store in our memory. Need to get up to that top. Those top paths. Then we have the stairs leading down, right? And I'm pretty sure this was a dead end too. Or it loops back around. No, okay. So this is the spinner that needs its spinner. And that's where we found this symbol. Alright. Okay. That's part of that symbol. Alright, still looking for an entrance to the village. The village proper, we should call it. This goes back to here. I can still get to the boiler island if I wanted to. I don't know how much island hopping I need to do, though. That goes down to the beach. This goes back to... Oh shit, another symbol. Right? Or is that just... It's gotta be a symbol. What is it? Oh, this is another spinner. Okay. Let's move this. Where is our... got... I feel like I'm Steve in Blue's Clues when I'm doing this. Find another paw print. That's our third clue. We put it in our notebook. Because it's whose clues? Where did my cap go? Oh, alright. That still doesn't answer the question of this. And in the past, the symbols on here would glow. Well, does that count as glowing? It's kind of glowing? Or is that just because I'm in the light? I feel like that's just light related. It doesn't line up like the Leopleurodons lined up. Hmm. But there's definitely like shapes drawn into it. What else? Some I'm missing. I think we're going back to the Dome Island, seeing if anything else lights up here. And then maybe checking out the Boiler Island. There's gotta be an easy way to get into the village, though. I wonder if the teardrop machine, I just need to put those symbols in numerical order. Because if that's the case, then I can solve that. If there's a special code, then I still am looking for the code. But we'll try out just the order and see if that does anything. Not seeing any white yet. Alright, let's try this. And we're just going to Try to go... Oh, there we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that didn't do anything. We're gonna try one more thing. Oh, these go in numerical order. Hmm. So that probably means that this isn't meant to go in numerical order. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. Okay, well, we're still looking for the code. Going to go through the rest of this place and see if anything is white anywhere. There is a symbol on that dome, which I was expecting, so go check that out. Is there not something here to rotate this? That's sad. Check out the gold dome first. Ah yes, the scene of the Great Bridge accident of 2024. Complete and total accident. In no way my fault at all. Alright, we've got to rotate this so I can get to the spinning dome. I think I can get to it from here. One more should do it. Yeah. Let's see. Is the only point of this thing to just let me see the eye opening and closing? Seems kind of weird. I think that was just the dot. So what does it mean? Let's assume there's a spinning dome on each island. They each have a different symbol marked. The golden dome on Dome Island, each window seems to point to a different island, and that window's shape is the same as that island's marked symbol on that island's spinning dome. Which is a pattern, but who cares? Patterns aren't useful if you can't do anything with them. Alright, we've got to check out the boiler island. Maybe there's something there that will get me into the island, or the village on Jungle Island. I'm not hopeful, but that's the only place I haven't explored yet. Plus we get to go on a cool roller coaster ride. Nice not having to change CDs all the time. This is still a mystery, which I don't like. Can't get the shapes to line up. Is there a spinner near all of the shapes? I don't think there was one near the one on the wall near the beach, but let's go check real quick. There was one near the plesiosaur. Spinner over here? So that's the symbol. But maybe... I mean, I'm not convinced that this is where I need to be looking at it from. So maybe I need to get somewhere else. Okay, we're gonna write down... This is in the cave. Near the unknown symbol. There was a spinner near the butterflies, right? Sorry for the backtracking, but I mean you're watching a blind playthrough of Riven, so I don't know what you would expect. This one is near the tree, which I'm still not convinced is a symbol. But it's white stuff. Since we're here, let's double check there's no secret way into the village. So everything could be red herrings. It's a one-way bridge. There's no ladder, it's just these stairs leading down. And these stairs only lead to the school. There's a little submarine dock and no connection with anything else. So that's not going to do it. If I could call the submarine over there, that could take me to the other parts. That doesn't seem to be possible. So we're just making connections, hoping that at some point the game will pose us a question that we will be able to answer after having made the connections. We are familiarizing ourselves with the layout of Jungle Island, which is good, because there's quite a few branching paths. This is going to lead up to the woodcutters area. Focusing on the positive things right now. Yes, there is a wood spinner right near these butterflies. Let's double check that's this one. So we're going to say woodcutter, butterflies, And then the one near the plesiosaur symbol is the one without the spinning face. And then we have a symbol that does not yet have a spinner. So I don't know if that's useful information or not. But we're going to go to the Boiler Island. And we go. We're just gonna see what's on the Boiler Island. Just they have little sticky notes here. Where did they go? Leave some space here. And we will make a new entry. Boiler Island. Calling it Boiler Island because the achievement called it Boiler Island. Not because I know anything about the island. I assume there's a boiler on it. Right. Let's see. Where are we? We're probably looking for a spinning dome. With a symbol on it, because that is a theme. We've got a bunch of wood chips coming out of a pipe. There's, of course, a big lake in the middle. I thought I was on low. Why have I been playing this game on low? I mean, it still looks pretty good, but come with me on a journey of much better graphics. I don't know, is that better? I'm gonna restart. One moment, please. I can't be the only one who misses that little jingle, the cyan jingle that was in the beginning of Mist. Do 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 Lou. Ta-dum. Oops. Okay. I mean, I expected more from going from low to epic, but whatever. Alright, we've got this thing in the middle of the water. Some sort of directional switch. Got 3 different options. May relate to power sources. It looks like there might have been a 4th one over there. You can definitely hear a boiler at ambient sound. Oh, it's this right here. You can see the fire underneath it. Okay. Um, Grating that I can't get through. This is probably where the power's coming from. Red light there. Got a wheel. And a knob. And a lever and another knob. Okay. Can't get in. And I go around this. Pipes leading up here. Can we go through this door? No. But maybe because there's no power. Gathering information. Making a mental map. Walkway. Connecting most of this top level stuff. It's a rotating camera up there. Nothing? There can't be no reason to open that. This looks like a boiler. Or some sort of stove that exploded. Continuing around the beach to get to a dead end. Alright, so the only thing I can really interact with is the levers and shit outside of the boiler. Step number one, I imagine, would be getting access to this building. I don't know what I want to fiddle with first. That lever out there, the water? And this looks like it's working. Let's go fiddle with this lever and see if that might open the trapdoor at the ladder. That makes these little white things pop up? Yeah, okay. Alright, so it was pointing to the ladder. That didn't seem to do anything. Now it's pointing here. See if that changed anything at the ladder or here. That's still boiling. That's still closed. Not a lot of symbology on this island. Can I walk on this? No. Alright, last thing we're gonna try is moving the water level one more time. To the cart. Does the cart still work? What the hell? It closed the door and then I went right through the door. Alright, so the cart still works. The water seems to look better with higher graphic settings. Cart still works, so that lever is not pointing towards something it shuts off or anything. I haven't checked the trapdoor yet at the ladder, but that'll be the next thing I check. Assuming it doesn't do anything, I'll set that lever back to default and then start fiddling with the controls outside of the boiler. That, that is a weird bug. Alright, checking the trapdoor first. Doesn't look very promising, does it? We're gonna put the water lever. Why can't I say that? Water lever back to default and then mess with the boiler settings. Default was to the stairs. And let's see what this crap does. So we've got a wheel, we've got an up and down lever, we've got a valve here and a valve here. This valve leads to the water. The wheel might manipulate this pumpy thing. This valve is some sort of steam release or something, maybe. And I'm not sure. Okay, that didn't seem to do anything on its own. Okay. What does that do for us? That is a water intake. The end of that tube is going into the water reserve. So that's probably sucking water up for it to then boil. Okay, that's the on-off switch. That light's no longer on. still cannot go inside. That light means that it's boiling. Looks like the valve... Yeah, so it turned off the boiler and made flame go up there instead. Yeah, okay. What does this do? That toggles left and right. Is that water level going down? Okay, so it's controlling what goes to the center. And it toggles between this pipe, which is connected to the water intake, and this pipe, which is connected to the boiler. So let's open that up to stop water intake. Flip that and see if that empties water. I still don't know what this one does. Hmm. I'm trying to empty this thing out. So then maybe I'll be able to go inside. Alright. Having that off, what does it do to this thing? Thing. What? Oh shit. What what settings did I have? Is it because I pointed that valve here? Okay, well, let's see what that does for us. Yeah, we need to empty this thing out. Keep stepping on the the floor panel. Um, this goes to the water intake. Or is it to make sure this doesn't fill up too much? Hmm. Yeah, I somehow made that water level go down. What if we turn this back here? Trying to figure out if this pipe makes water go into the thing or out of the thing. Still unsure. Oh, that makes the floor raise and lower. Okay. Why? Why would I need to do that? Okay. Alright, so that lever out there, pointing here, made me be able to manipulate this. So maybe it's that power coming from the lake. So I changed it to this device, and then interacting with that drained it out. Alright, let's raise the floor. Let's change that and then raise the floor. Okay, we're figuring it out. We have some working knowledge now of how things function. Okay, we've got a left and a right. This goes to the grating. That probably doesn't do anything, just gives us a sense of reference point. Not convinced that this lens does anything on this island, but we'll try to remember to use it anyway. We're now on the outside of the island. I don't think we've been there yet. Spinning dome. We have our Boiler Island spinning dome. Now let's see if I can predict. Let's see. Blown up. That was to the Boiler Island. So this symbol is going to be a straight up and down line. Let's catch it one more time as it comes around. Guess we can zoom in. Unclear. Yeah, definitely. Yep, okay. So again, the pattern continues unhelpfully at this point. Spinning dome symbol that is marked. Now, I'm still unsure if these things need power or if they are powering something. So there's these pipes leading to each of them that goes to the dome. The gold dome. Zoom out. But yes, still not sure which way the power is going. Alright, this is our walkway. This is our trap door. Can I open it from this end? Yes. Alright. So that's going to allow us to come up here even when power's not going to the boiler. Is good. Got a, again, leaf there. I expect to run into a roadblock where I'm going to need to change the power source. Because that pipe goes all the way up here through the wall, over the ceiling, and it's going to land on some sort of mechanism. Also got this thing. Corrugated tube we'll have to keep an eye on. Okay, don't get tunnel visioned. Got a path going over there. I just want to swim in that water. Alright, both the power and this other pipe is coming over here, as expected. Oh, this is cool. There's like a little town? Little church? Now, I assume I can't interact with this because I don't have power, which is fine. We know how to change that. Still need to figure out where this is coming from. The other end is going into the water. Um, I'm guessing it's going to pump water out of this flooded area. And back to wherever this pipe goes. Where did this come from? Does it just go out? Let's go out into the ocean. Try to get eyes on it from another direction. There's more stuff down there. That we're gonna have to get to. Okay, still can't see the end of that pipe, but I would have a hard time believing that its purpose is to make that flooded area more flooded. So we're going to assume that it gets rid of the water. Go down here. Now, is that the only thing that we needed the boiler for? Because the mechanism just seemed more complex than that. I guess we'll see. There's really not anything else to interact with, and if it's not powering things, then it's not that useful. Yeah, the fact that you get all this ambient sound is more evidence that power is coming from this instead of to this. Now, good. We changed the power. To the ladder. Go up the ladder and see what that device does. About ready for second breakfast. It's almost time for 11sies. Aha! Yes! Excellent. Good. Good. Anything else? No? Well, you've served me well. In we go. It's music. Got a little cart on a track. Like a bed? Something round goes in there. A wheel. What's the deal with all this stuff? Okay. Okay. Seems random, but makes sense, I guess. Let's see what's up here before we move too much. It's a bunch of broken up balls. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna bring the cart over here. Hey Zig, how's it going? I ran into a dead end at the jungle island. So now I'm on the boiler island. Yeah, I'm doing great. mouse controls. Okay. Can we not go all the way? Okay, good. Whoop, hello. Okay, now we'll bring Mr. Egg up. Ah. Now we're using our brain. Ken's laboratory. I almost wish I turned achievements off, because it's kind of telling me where I am. Oh god, this... can I put this thing down? Hello? Oh, wait. No, you should stay... You... Damn it, Gen. Just close that up. He won't know it's missing. I'm almost certain. Are these the tusks of those creatures? Trash can? Okay. Oh, this is how you cut the thing open? Okay. What's this? Okay. Got our bank deposit tubes. Oh! Fire marble, power marble. Striker force compensations. Those symbols can't be important. The counterintuitive aspect of fire marbles that a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output. Never ceases to amaze me. Optimal strike force, base value. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Alright, we've got balls. I guess I should write this down. Strike force compensations. So I'm almost certain that these symbols are digits. The eyeball symbols, less sure about. They seem to correspond to different islands? Alright, more evidence that this half circle on the bottom symbol is a 10. If you were adding 10 and 3, if you're adding 0 and 3, then you would just write the number 3. But why do some symbols seem rotated? Fire marble. Power marble. Alright. Get me out of here. I'll take a screenshot anyway. Do I need these scribbled out symbols? Okay, we've got a door. And then more stuff. Some sort of a vice. Don't know what that is. Letter stamps. Ooh. Is he making a spinner? Okay. A little magnifying glass. He's trying to investigate the daggers. Okay. Alright, let's read this note before we do anything else. Why can't I get it all on my screen? Last week, one of my acolytes caught a rebel sniffing around the cemetery totem in the jungle. Alright, so those are cemetery totems. In keeping with the general ineptitude of my men, the dog was allowed to escape, but at least the fool had the presence of mind to bring me the object in question. It's a primitive eyepiece into which one of the native numbers has been set. Given the fact that their accursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol's been rotated in order to read it, however, there is no way to make sense of it. It's probably an overestimation of the moiety's intelligence to suspect that there may be some greater meaning behind it, but tomorrow I shall send a surveyor out to inspect the other totems, just to be safe. So there is some sort of rotation. What the hell? Why is there no bottom to my satchel? It's a... Oh, hello. Oh, it was underneath the desk. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So... Primitive eyepiece. That's what I have. Into which one of the native numbers has been set. There's no native number. Native number? Given the fact that their accursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol's been rotated in order to read it, there's no way to make sense of it. Okay. So the native numbers are these wedges. Yeah? And Gen's numbers are the standard numbers that you see in Myst. And it would make sense that you would need to rotate those because they're based on a circle. So this is the missing piece. Let's take a screenshot of that, and we're gonna have to see where that line lines up on the jungle island. Taking a screenshot of this in case I need those numerals. And we'll check these drawers. Butterflies. Flowers. Shells. Wood. Flowers. Leaves. Write that down. At least the butterflies and the flowers are associated with a white pigment. Shelve. Contents. Butterflies. tiles. Leaves. Okay. What else? It'd be nice to take this thing with me, but I don't seem to be able to, so... Okay, we've got 2 doors out of here. There's more stuff over here. Ah. It's an eyepiece slash spear? Some sort of weapon? Does it shoot those darts? Maybe? Alright, back to this. Alright, so you separate the numbers with dots. And that means that would be a compound number 3 plus 1 plus 4. Why wouldn't you just do a symbol for 8? Or is it 314? I've been cataloging the natural elements of this age for many years now, yet I still continue to find evidence of the number 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that it held a place of special significance in the Dinny society, from the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners. It was ubiquitous. Its presence here is clearly a direct reflection of the minds that authored the texts I used to compose this age. Further proof that through their art, the Denis masters were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely forging links to pre-existing worlds. While all of my ages have been based on Denis designs, I see now that the ones most vested with the power of 5 are also most beautiful, the most perfect, and undoubtedly the most structurally sound. I still have yet to determine how the Denis color symbology reflects this superior design principle. While ostensibly a 6-color system, I'm convinced that there must be some deeper connection to the number 5. I will continue to investigate. I haven't seen anything relating to colors. What's this word? The Etram traps have been particularly fruitful this year. Apparently the breakup of the islands has not inadvertently affected the subterranean ecosystems. Oh, is that the name of the creatures? Etram? Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are also experiencing a generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. Such vexing issues aside, this unexpected windfall has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe, one that is smoother than any other in recent memory. So these are dates, which I probably don't need to care about. I've reluctantly decided to suspend my inquiries into the unusual behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters that now demand my attention. For future reference, however, my investigations have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a microbe that resides inside it. I'm imagining a motile unicellular organism, but with the structure that allows it to manipulate bits of water, the aggregate effect of which is that the composite body of water is able to deform itself in response to threatening conditions. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, a period of extended boiling, for example, seem to kill them off. Should explain why their dramatic aversion to even moderate rises in temperature. This is still much to learn, however, regarding this particular phenomenon and its possible uses. Here we go. Construction of the images has proceeded without fault. Remarkable how easy it was to adapt the Dini technology to mimic that of the Ahmad. The two cultures must surely have crossed paths at some point in their histories. It may even be that Kedah was a direct descendant of the Dini. How else to explain the redemptive depth of our connection? That's all pointless now. That's his little thing in the school. Probably don't need to know how it works. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. I'm extremely pleased with the continued success of the system, another example of the superiority of Dini technology. Ironic that Beatrice and Catherine's meddling unwittingly provided me with such a convenient source of power. Cap break. She loves it. Okay. Steam comes up. Lever. I don't know if that's important. I'm certain now that the fissure was an unexpected byproduct of the changes they wrote into this age as part of their machinations to trap me here, and that Atris never intended for the book to be lost among the stars in the process. Better that a linking book be destroyed than to risk it falling into unknown hands. Had they foreseen the creation of the fissure, they surely would have sought another solution, as the ensuing cataclysm may well have consumed the entire world had I not managed to intervene. Catherine would never have knowingly taken such a risk, and surely my son, given his own dearth of vertebrae, it means you have no backbone, had only meant for Riven to become my prison, and not my tomb. I'm discontinuing regular observations of the expanse beneath the fissure. I've tracked the stars and have proven that their paths are cyclical, but without proper instrumentation, there's nothing more I can learn. My theory, however, remains unaltered. The fabric of this age was breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete yet overlapping spaces. Yet the attendant paradoxes defy the laws of conventional physics. The great column of wind that formed when the shift first appeared suggests a vacuum as one might expect in space, yet my early experiments seem to confirm the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atris momentarily threw himself into the void is further evidence that it might possibly be safe to venture into, but without knowing its true nature, I simply cannot take the risk. It is also difficult to say what would happen were I to reopen the fissure now, but it's highly probable that the results would be disastrous. I hear wind, and I think that tube near the prison cell with the teardrop machine. My hopes have been dashed again. The latest ink formulation has proven to be yet another in a long list of failures. Frustrating to expend so much effort calculating a linking book only to end up destroying it when it refuses to function. Too often has this lab grown uncomfortably warm by the flames of these never-ending disappointments. Without my reference library back in Denis, a properly orthodox linking book may simply be beyond my means, but I simply cannot burn another book. There must be another way. Have you ever read the Mist novels? I read at least one, the one with the brown cover. I think there was a green one, which I never read. Hands of Fate! Yeah. Late last night, while pondering these interminable setbacks, I went to light my pipe. The fire marble got away from me, however, and rolled across the gateway image of the open book before me. If the consequence of this had not been repeatable, I would not have believed my eyes, as the marble left a faint yet definite trail of increased clarity in its wake. The change did not last long, but it was unmistakable. If I could find a way to boost the energy output of my fire marbles, strike force compensation, it might be possible to suppress the variance enough to facilitate a stable link, but how? A spatial anomaly occurred yesterday about 5 spans above the north shore of Temple Island. A breach of stars seemingly identical to the one beneath the fissure. Began as a small cloud-like hole which then commenced to expand in random surges. With some effort, I was finally able to contain it with runic plates similar to the ones I devised for the fissure. I believe it will hold, but the appearance of a new rift is troubling, and yet it has also left me with the most uncanny feeling that something fundamental has shifted in my favor. I believe it may be time to give this inexplicable mystery a second look. So that was a rift that we found near the woodcutter area, which he then patched up. I've erected a small dome, pressurized airlock, mounted upon the contained breach. This has allowed me to safely conduct tentative forays into the expanse without subjecting Riven to further invasion and the destruction that would certainly attend it. It is a bafflingly sorry, cursive is a little weird to me. It is a bafflingly improbable space, yet surprisingly more accommodating than my initial observations had led me to believe. Breathing is indeed possible within it, yet I cannot say that it is respiration that as I am used to it. Rather, as nonsensical as this is going to sound, it feels at times as if the expanse was breathing me, and in the process imbuing me with a sense of endless possibility. At last, the breakthrough I was hoping for. After my first full day of experiments in the expanse, I was astonished to discover that the fire marbles in my coat pocket had come to fluorescence. A quick strike test confirmed that their energy levels had increased significantly, and their charge has lasted longer than I would have thought possible. In a clear act of divine providence, the expanse has given me the final piece of the puzzle, and apparently boundless energy source that should be more than sufficient to rectify my linking books. But I must work quickly. 2 more breaches have occurred in the interim, each more aggressive and difficult to contain than the last. Time, I fear, is running out. The breaches now number 5, a sure sign that I am on the right path. I've connected the domes on each of them via a nexus of pathways within the expanse, which will also serve as an inter-island shortcut as I continue my work on my enhanced fire marble complex. So he's talking about the spinning domes, which form pathways, and the nexus is the gold dome. The loss of 2 more men yesterday has made it clear that the full spectrum of energy is too great for even my finest fire marbles to complain, so I've decided to break it up into 5 discrete frequency ranges, which will later be recombined for application to the book. I've installed 5 charging stations within the expanse, each one calibrated to imbue a blank fire marble with a separate band of the total energy needed. A pneumatic tube system will then convey the charged marbles to the great gold dome on Riven for recombination. Freedom is nearly within my grasp. Now this is probably important. These symbols. Let's see. This is the gold dome. These are the separate frequencies. They're not numbers. I think this is the first time we see this type of symbol. I think each of these probably corresponds to one of the islands. There's 5 different marbles. Each one corresponds to a different eyeball symbol, which is a different island. And then some sort of modification with a number to turn it into a power marble. Spinning dome symbols on the side of the gold dome. Jungle Island, Dome Island, Boiler Island, then there's a flat top island and open water. So is that a destroyed island? Interesting. Continuing on. The problem of how to return to Riven has been settled. Reckon has proven his usefulness over the years, at times nearly rivaling my own engineering prowess. He and his team will have the honor of being the first to link to the new age, bringing with them the necessary materials to build a vastly simplified version of the book apparatus, which I have personally designed. If they do not return within a reasonable amount of time, I will revise my design and send additional men until they get it right. Should they flounder, however, I am prepared to sacrifice every last man on Riven to continue the effort. This cannot fail. At long last, a viable loop has been established. After an eternity of toil and sacrifice and an unconscionable preemption of the ages I might have fathered, I have finally linked to a new age the symbol on the linking book. Yes. Okay. It is a bleak and barren world perfectly suited for my purposes. By closely comparing the real with the written, I believe I will soon be able to create a more appropriate age from which to relaunch my mission. For now, however, I will move my office and living quarters there, so that I may safely continue my endeavors without distraction. Although it is but a stepping stone, this new age is an utter triumph. To think that I have accomplished in a matter of years. What is this? That's probably important. Just gonna jot this down. Five circles in a ring around another circle, a square coming off of one end, and then a little circle with an arrow pointing down. It almost looks like a diagram of the Gold Dome, with a satellite dish looking thing. It might be in the New Age. Extremely adverse conditions, what it took my Denis ancestors centuries to achieve. I caught one of my assistants thumbing through this journal today. He will certainly never do it again, but I'm glad I chose to write this in a language these people cannot decipher. Perhaps it's time I reviewed security measures with each guildmaster. No problems expected from the builders, maintainers, and surveyors, but the bookmakers and educators may need a bit more motivation. More reports of spirit sightings. Seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels or Black Moiety, as the villagers stubbornly insist on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics. Black. How do you spell it? Moiety. Reviewing their campaign to intimidate the weak-minded into joining them by preying upon their cultural superstitions. I suppose I should be concerned by this, but it strikes me as an almost laughable. If the rebels wish to dilute their ranks with dimwits, then who am I to stop them? Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. The metal contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. It appears that the rebels have access to a resource that I am unaware of, perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. Most of these knives have been found on the south side of the village, the same region that reports of people mysteriously disappearing have emanated from. I think a closer inspection of the area is warranted. The fact that the rebels deliberately leave these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence is concerning. They're growing bolder, as if they no longer fear discovery of their hideout. Recent measurements indicate that the movement of the islands has slowed dramatically. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with the new figures I am no longer certain. I've nearly finished writing Another Age, and have every confidence it will be a safer place to relocate to, but it would still be useful to know what has caused the sudden halt in Riven's breakup. Is it possible that the age is stable after all? If so, I must discover how it differs from that one. This has to be 98, and this is 99. I think that's how it works, seeing both of those together. So the vertical line separates two digits of the same number. That makes sense. Now let's see. Okay, so 98 has already shown troubling signs of decay, though further tests are needed, and yet there's something about this that gives me pause. Could it be that someone is attempting to repair the damage to the Fifth Age at its source? I cannot help but think that the hand of Atris is behind this somehow. The end. Thank you for attending Storytime with Nico Games Now. Now I think it's time to make a fire marble. Right? Oh, I still haven't even looked at the thing in the middle. Alright, we've got two levers. So the right one turns it on, and the left one is like an emergency brake. Okay. Oh. Okay, there's a button, there's a twisty thing. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, I can't take it out of there. Okay, that's right on. But it doesn't do anything. Hmm. Okay. Time to check out these doors. Okay, this leads outside. This leads out to another tram that goes to that island, which I have not been to yet. Okay. Left or right? Okay, we've got another power pipe. And that looks like the spot that we found below the sunken area. Oh shit, this is the sunken area. How did I not see a secret door here before? Wait a second. What? Oh, okay. Am I losing my literal fucking mind? Okay. Aha. Alright, so we're gonna confirm. Yeah, that's the straight up and down line. Oops. Keep taking screenshots for no reason. Yep. Cool. Delete these. And is there anything else? So I have a question that doesn't need a ton of detail. Should I have fully explored the village on the jungle island yet? So I got to the school, but was unable to get to any of the rest of it. Okay, thank you. Very well said. Aw, this is the poor bridge. Which again was not my fault. Can't stress that enough. I probably don't need to do anything here. Alright, let's go to the next island. Yeah, perfect. Got a little worried there for a second. Alright, where are we at? Survey Island. Right, as always, we're going to be looking for a spinning dome. We're going to expect that the symbol is a horizontal line. Check out up here first. Alright, that goes to the top. Oh, can we not go? Hmm. Could spin this thing around, right? And not go. Not leave. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, so which way first? What? Yeah, is that like lava or is it just there's yellow glowing shit at the bottom? More tusks. Okay, well this obvious oh, hello. Alright. Let's go the other way first, shall we? Oh, wait, wait. Okay. I don't feel the best about that, so we're gonna go through the other direction first. The one that doesn't involve going through lava. I've lived my whole life so far not going down an elevator into a boiling pit of lava. And I've been doing alright so far, so... What's got going on over here? Big old crack. This goes over that room. Feel like I should be... It's like a little fortress, huh? Okay. A little button. Camera. Probably. Hmm. Ah. Okay. Getting, back of the fireplace vibes. And we're going up. Uh-oh. Okay, so... How many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume that's the same as on the elevator. Oh, there's something in the back. Oh, no, that's different. Okay. Possibly unrelated. Spinning dome. Let's go check that out first, I guess. Confirmed. Horizontal line. And again, I knew that. Okay. Oh, giant fucking knife? Hold on. Hold on a second here. Why is there a huge sword stabbed through the mountain? And did that cause the crack? Well, I don't like that at all. That's giving Red Alert 4 vibes. Or Red Alert 4. Resident Evil 4. Okay, another viewy thingy. It's fucked up. Was there a button on the other one? Hmm. Okay. I feel like if I get on this boat, something's gonna eat me. Okay, maybe I don't need to interact with that. So I can't untie it. Oh, oh, shit. Alright. Okay, so we've got a 5x5 puzzle for the elevator. This is a 7x7. I probably need to fit all these pieces in the middle part. And they all correspond to those things in the water. That should solve the puzzle if I get them in that approximate position. So put that guy over there. This guy up here. Thrilling commentary as my brain works. I know. Trust the process. Okay. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. Ah! And it's a 5x5. So we'll call this elevator code. I feel like that would be a lot harder if I didn't have these little islands. Oh, shit. They do stuff. Okay. A pick of what? The islands? Oh, shit. Yeah. I would not have figured that out. I mean, maybe after getting frustrated a bunch. Would that have helped significantly? Yeah, it gives me the approximate locations. Alright, well, guess I'll be thankful that I didn't need it. And that's one mystery that I won't need to try to solve. So this is, what, topography of the 5 islands? That's the dome. That's boiler. Yeah, it kind of makes me sad that it's a little thing that I won't have to use. Yeah, so hmm. Alright, so I know this is the dome. I don't know if I'm gonna need to remember this, but I know that the upper left is boiler. The bottom left, which is switch button. Bottom left looks like survey. The suspiciously phallic island. That would make the big one jungle. Because there's no way that little one is jungle. And then little one is question mark, which is probably that open ocean area that I found. Maybe I missed just a little tiny island. Maybe it sank. Regardless, let's go try this on the elevator. Doop, 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 doop. Here we go. Oh, I'm going across. This is probably more terrifying than the lava, honestly. Looks suspiciously like the lens. Probably a coincidence. Okay. So, confession time. I have at least a mild case of thalassophobia. Um, this kind of freaks me out. Alright, so there's what? There's two levers. Okay, we've got our eyeball symbols. We are rotating. Catherine. I mean, it's called Survey Island for a reason, right? Is this just looping or is she gonna do something? Okay, thank you. Save everybody's time. Alright, so we've got a light here. Then there's this. Multiple cams. Related to this? Or were those buttons? Oh. I thought they were just bolts. I would have totally overlooked that. Okay. Oh shit, he's gone. Oh, no, this was a recording. Okay. Right? I'm confused. The bars aren't up, so why the hell is he... What is he guarding? Practice. This is what I would do if I had to steal someone's book. I'm sure this will come in handy at some point. That's the village. It's at the top of Survey Island. That's jungle. That's dome. That's boiler. Is that the little island between them? I don't see any other island. This is top of boiler. And we're missing an island. Alright. Take a look at this. I feel like I don't have the solution for this yet. 6 eye symbols. 6 color system. There it is. No. I never used to have this irrational fear until I got older. Alright, so that's our color symbol. So half open eyeball with a vertical line is red. Shit. Vertical slit with a dot is blue. Dot is green. Horizontal slit with a dot is yellow. Horizontal slit is orange. And this one's broken. So the questions continue. If I find a list of colors, I can get it through process of elimination. Why did I do that again? Not sure if I need to leave this on a certain setting. Probably not. Alright. Can I leave? Gladly. And I think this means we're going into the lava. Trying to, anyway. The dome. The spinning dome? I didn't know I could do anything with the spinning domes. We got the little camera thing, which is broken. No shit. Ah, okay. That's our symbol. What's happening here? Oh, good. Nothing bad could come from this. Well, this is my life now. Is my mouse dead? There we go. It's weird. Okay. Oh, God. Alright, so this is the... What did he call it? I want to say the abyss, but that's not the right word. Expanse. Um... Fuck, dude. Alright, so these are all the spinning domes. Just floating in non-Euclidean space. Does this lead to? Okay, those are the little balls of power or whatever. Yeah, I'm realizing now that there was a button on the little movie player on the Dome Island too, but I never clicked it to think about it. Alright, so I've got this business. Got this business. Sir, what are you doing? Ah, okay. You're you're drunk. There we go. Alright, so that button calls this thing in the center to where I am. This wheel extends the bridge. Yep. Looks like a planet. Oh shit, this is the shortcut place. Yeah? Because I'm gonna move that. It's gonna pick a different island, and it's gonna give me motion sickness to get back over there to one of the other ones. So do I need this right now? I still have to do the lava room. I feel like I'm just gonna leave that there for right now. That's how I get on the upper level of the jungle island. So I wasn't able to get to that dome. What's going on here? These are the pneumatic tubes. It said something about storing some sort of energy in each dome and then putting them together. Okay. Do I need to shoot it through that flying thing? How do I reset this? Or is that it? Hmm, maybe that's it. Alright, so I need to do that at each one of those. There's more than one ball. Why can't I shoot it more than once? Alright. So here's a question. Was this just a one-way trip? Or can I get out of here? Fingers crossed, thank God. Cool. I thought it was an elevator, but it's just, it transports you to the expanse. Alright, alright. Yeah, I first played this long before watching the show Lost, but it gives me very similar feelings. Alright, we're gonna go down. You've never seen Lost. Watch the first 2 seasons and then stop. It will give you very strong Mist/Riven vibes. You watch any more, you're just gonna get disappointed. So we're gonna see if there's anything to do in the lava area. And then we'll go to the Jungle Island Dome. Okay, well, I'm not dead yet. Alright, reports of the lava were drastically overstated. Oh, fuck. Was not expecting that. No, sir. No. Sir. Sir. Where's he going? Where's that going? Is this gonna take us to the last island? Getting sidetracked now. I know what's happening, and yet I am unable to stop it. And maybe there'll be a dome there that I can just warp back to, right? Jungle Island? Oh, this goes to Jungle Island. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, there definitely was another door over there, but we'll check this out first. This is the mouth of that thing. Yeah, it is. This is that tree. Okay. We're in the tree. That opens a little shortcut, but probably doesn't do much for us. Can we go higher? It's the top level to the dome. This is a little camera. Okay. I should be able to go up one more, I think. Yeah, there's more marks. I'm still gonna check this out first. I'm not going in there yet. Gotta keep in mind to look around. That's part of the symbol that we already did. So go up here. Oh shit, no, don't go in there. Go up here. It's that lookout tower spot. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking so quietly. Alright, let's go see if there's a top level first. No, that's it. Maybe we do this. Let's do this first while we're here. Be right back. Alright. Am I frozen? What is happening here? God forbid I get up to go to the bathroom and everything breaks. I don't like this. Can't move. Uh, does Riven autosave? I sure as hell hope so. Okay. Yeah, right. It's weird. Every time I travel in one of these, like it locks my controls for a second. It must be loading this area. Yeah, so that's what must have froze. Okay, so I need to move that thing first. Lame. So what ones have I done? I did Survey Island. I'm doing Jungle Island. Hold on a second. Did I write something down wrong? Yeah, I wrote this symbol wrong. Completely different symbol. Alright. So Jungle Island, Survey Island. We'll do this. Do I do all the other ones now? Which island don't we know about yet? Weird, dude. I need to actually navigate to these places? Wasn't expecting that. Alright, let's go. Why am I hearing water? Alright, let's go to Dome Island. We'll turn that on first. If we can get there. Okay, so we need to get that along the horizontal, and then we can move. I'm learning. Oh, oh, unexpected barrier. Alright, so I need to get to the dome on the island first to extend the bridges. Alright, well, that answers that question. Jungle Island. Honestly, I prefer having roadblocks because that tells me that at least eliminates a possibility of somewhere to go rather than just everything being open. I think we're here. Yeah, as a kid I would get so frustrated with these games. Probably because I just never knew how to be patient. Let the game teach me in its own time. Okay, we're saving. We're gonna save. Or not. we not save in that dome? Not save in the expanse, maybe. Just hope we don't crash. Yeah, I think we're still alive here. And we are going to check out that little hut, which is over here. Okay. What does this tell us? Why is this not move? Why would I want to close that? Mhm. Can't go anywhere else. Can't go any higher in there. still have that other exit out of the maglev. Let's check on that next. And we're hoping for an entrance to the village. Fingers crossed. Got a little tank there. That's the submarine, right? Alright, well, this is, oh, Jesus, as good of a place as any to pause for the moment. I might come back after lunch. We'll see. But I feel like there's going to be a whole new section of the game that I'll want to play in one chunk. So thanks for stopping by.